Dennis! Yeah, come on. We have to get this show on the road. Something's not right.
Much better.
Hi, and welcome to the Jim John Show, Part 2, Episode 2.
Thanks for the awesome feedback. From
Yeah, we received so much good feedback from last week.
Except for my dad, who told me I look like a jackass.
Oh.
It's really poor weather in Brisbane right now, and we say, ooh,
Whoa! Massive hype!
We've done a lot of exciting things this weekend. We're just partying, basically.
There were a lot of partying happening
Because
last week.
we're off uni right now.
Mid-semester break, it's called. It's like what we at home would call påsklov, but it's not påsk.
Yeah. We did some interesting things before that though. In uni, we did auditions.
Yeah, remember how last week we were telling you about we're gonna have auditions coming up for the project we're currently in the making of? We did!
Surprisingly enough. We did location scouting.
We did!
For the new film. I had to go back and forth 100 times with the Swimobile.
He did!
Picture of the Swimobile. Yay! And I had no GPS or anything, so I had to drive first, the first guy's 30 minutes away, and then I had to remember the way back to pick up the other guys. So yeah, it was an interesting journey through Brisbane.
So here, as promised, I said you can have a little look at the auditions we had. So I'm a man of my word. Here goes. I had to act just an actor, and I'm not the best actor, I'm pretty good, but not the best, evidently. So keep that in mind. DiCaprio 2.0.
Women are choking on their ovaries right now.
I do believe that's happening right now.
Lucas is so getting into this. Oh, you like it so much.
Oh my god.
That's why it's good to be a director. You can just give yourself the kissing scenes. The auditions.
It's not a kissing scene.
Oh yeah? Was that what you were like?
Information. Anyway.
Lick your cheek. Oh, he's red. It's literally was like crying.
Moving on.
So, guys, we had another few assignments to do before the break, and it was a really big one. It was a treatment, it's called. It's birds are dying right
I feel
now.
the gods are angry with us.
Did you hear that bird? I think it died.
I think it got struck by lightning.
No, seriously, did you see it fall down?
I didn't see it. I'll
Did
take
you
your word
hear
for
it?
Well, I heard it scream.
Death in the middle of Jim John Show. As I was saying, before we went on the break, we had some stuff to do in uni. We had some assignments due, and we were doing a treatment, which is a part of a script to be. I was really struggling with mine and was up really late to do it. I sat here at 11 p.m. and it was due midnight, and I was finally finished. I'm just gonna do a little bit of tweaks, and then I'll be fine to send it in. So I sat here until 11:30, and then this guy stumbles through the door, drunk,
That's an exaggeration.
refreshed
I would say.
through the door.
I've been at the trivia night that university arranges every now and then for the Griffith Career Society, which is pretty fun. And it's bring your own drink, so I bring my own drink.
And he came in and he was like, Dennis, I'm making some noodles, do you want some? That's your voice. And I was like, yeah, sure man. And he made the noodles. He walked over to me in the couch, and we have our router exactly next to the couch. Lucas falls, spills his noodles over the router, and exactly as I press send, it said no internet connection.
I'm not convinced that there is a connection of the spilling noodles and the disturbance.
It was
in
exactly
internet
the same
connection.
time.
And it didn't quite.
It was, I was
smashed
about.
wall.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I gotta get down to uni where they have internet, so I went off my car and he ran after with his bowl of noodles. Don't know why. We went down full speed. First I went to the film school. I couldn't get in because they closed at 10, which I had forgotten. So I tried to push my computer against the outside wall and try to get some internet, but it was impossible. So I took the computer under my arm and I just made the most epic run ever seen by man to
It was quite epic.
the Griffith School, and with 5 minutes before closing time, I managed to send it in. The lesson of this is never
Eat noodles.
Yeah, and the other lesson is plan ahead so you're done early, because you never know what might happen. There might stumble in a drunk guy who spills noodle on your router, and then you have to run all the way to uni. It can happen.
Can't happen.
It can happen. So, we thought we'd show you some things from our private life this weekend. And we had a lot going on. We were actually at 3 different parties. We try to do it all. That never goes well. We were at a late party at the KGBC. It was costume party. I think it was supposed to look like 90s. So
As 90s, as in the decade, not as
Yeah.
if you're 90s yourself.
So I put on a GoPro on my chest so you can see what happened during the night. It's kind of exciting because I don't really know what happened either. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is us entering like the pre-party.
Yeah, I'm looking like a real gangsta.
It's some
Straight
really
out of
cool,
Compton.
some really cool dudes. Shay. I don't know how that is 90s, but
It's the mustache, dude.
it's looking fine as hell.
It was funny because neither of me and Dennis currently live at KGBC, so we're not really supposed to be able to go to this lane party. However, Jacob very generously offered one of us to grab his keys to just flash him by the
And
entrance.
as the gentleman I am, I threw myself over the key.
Yeah, and I didn't have keys, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna try and get in anyway. So we're standing by the entrance, and it's like, yep, and he gets let in. And then I walk out to the guy, and they're like, yeah, so which flat do you live in? C4? They're like, yeah, flat number. I'm like, shit, isn't that the flat number? And I remember there's a friend on campus.
Your stories are always so long.
Yeah, well, come on.
Beautiful parts of it.
Yeah, okay, I didn't get let in. So I was like, shit. So I tried again, having taken off my hat, figuring they wouldn't recognize me. They did.
And you can see, during this time, I'm having a great time. I had some guilt though. Like during my bathroom breaks, I acknowledged my love for Lucas.
You did.
Yeah,
But
but
beautiful.
as Lucas knows, a party must go on.
Parties do what parties do.
Lucas didn't give up.
I tried a couple of times at the door, and then having realized that was not gonna work, we needed to think outside of the box.
He called me, and hey, we can actually hear it right here. Oh, it's in Swedish. I told Lucas, dude, you gotta jump the fence. So I went away to the toilets where it was like police people watching, and we thought we could pull it off there. So I just put my head out through the fence. I was like, Lucas, coast is clear. And I just turned around, and as you can see here,
That's just when I make it over the fence, and Dennis embraces me in his big and open arms, welcoming me to the party. And I'm like,
we were so loud. We thought we made it. We were like, yes, yes. And I just turned around and I see him like make his way through the crowd. The same guard that's like
Yeah.
throwing Lucas out like 3 times now.
Yeah.
He just takes Lucas under his arm. And, like,
Scored
as
to
you
see
see-
out of the party.
So as you can see, I had a great time. It was great. Like now I'm dancing the Macarena. It was beautiful. Yeah, it was a great night.
For some of us. Nah, I had a good time too. I hung out at one of the flats with a Norwegian dude and some others. It was alright, I had a good time. This weekend was the finale of the 3 weeks long celebration of the Brisbane Festival, which ended in the cataclysmic River Fire. Here goes. That's not even out.
No, that was. Yeah, but we counted down.
Everyone counted down. In the speakers, they counted down.
Nothing happened.
Biggest failure in Australian
Yeah.
history.
And here comes a yeah, and then just.
Woo!
It's crazy, and we had the perfect place to be too. It was like
Yeah.
we got free tickets from Taylor.
Thank you so much.
Taylor, you're awesome.
Best.
And it was like the
Free
nicest
drinks,
place too.
free burger, last vantage point to get to look.
Yeah,
at the
it was, and
fireworks.
it was really classy. Like everyone was like wearing like tux.
They even told me to drop my snapback. And I was like, trying to tell me.
I don't know. He
Take off
he
my
never
hat.
listens to me. I told him before. I was like, it's pretty classy. You should probably pull off your hat. And he was like, hey. And then we walked up, and he was like, pull off your hat.
And I'm like,
So anyway, it was really nice. It was a beautiful night.
get a glittery night sky.
Oh,
And the
the
buildings
wine, the
sparkling. It's like New Year's Eve in September.
and it went on forever. It went on and on and on
And on.
and on.
And then and on.
And it went on. And it kept going. And then after that, it went on.
And just when you thought it would finish,
It went on. It actually went past that time, like that point when fireworks is fun.
Yeah.
What a time. After the fireworks, we just ran off straight to Harry's 18th. But it was a struggle on the way there. It was a lot of things going on. My battery, as always, ran out, and I was in the middle of Brisbane. They tried to find me and went around with a cab.
we got in an Uber cab, and he had told us his whereabouts, like an address where it was gonna be. We told the cab driver to go past there, and we like, hey, go real slow, then I cruise. And we looked out the windows, Dennis was nowhere to be found, so we had to get out of the cab and try to find him, walking by foot. We did eventually find him, but I know that cost
say that my batteries run out, everyone's like, yeah, sounds. Anyway, we went to Harry's 18. Congratulations, Harry.
Congrats.
Oh, and I can say, like, at the same time, the DJ who was playing there was DJ Dur, same guy that made our soundtrack in the background, as you can hear. He is awesome.
Pretty talented dude.
Like, I've been in a lot of clubs and stuff since I got here, but seriously, I think he's better.
Yeah.
He always has the most awesome set lists.
Sickest tunes. Shout out!
That was so loud.
Shout.
Anyway, you don't have to shout. Just say shout out, because you demonstrated as a shout.
By shouting.
So, we got there, we started like partying up, and it was really nice. Thanks, Harry, for a great party.
And in the pool.
And yeah, I thought it was a pool party. No one was swimming, so I thought I'd take a chance. And in the end, Lucas got a bit too much, and I had to carry him home.
My hero.
And during the night, Lucas did some serious weird stuff.
Which we don't have to go into detail on.
What he did? It was so sick. Everyone was standing and filming it. It was insane. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. You would have loved it, but I promised not to tell it.
So it's not being told.
It was a great night. Cheers.
Cheers! So... Indeed. Oh, Jesus.
Just got a little notice here. You know from where?
No.
Tinder.
This guy's a destroyer of Tinder.
I have the worst Tinder game ever.
Don't be modest.
I did it once, and it was this girl. I don't know, I was so nervous, I don't know why, because you know, you're supposed to send someone who's weird. So Tinder is weird, okay? And I sent her like, I'm like, hi, love to meet you. I could be like a murderer. I got no response. Who mentions that they're a murderer in the first message? Like, that's poor
I
game.
guess if you were to mention you were a murderer, you wouldn't be taken too seriously.
No, it was actually kind of creepy. It was a really creepy message. It was a really creepy
You could
message.
say you were a murderer.
I said I was. No, I said I couldn't. So we're having a bit of a...
Gramfej. We will look up the translation.
For those who don't know English,
Swedish.
like us. And it was Lucas who got all the shit.
One of the days I was walking off to school early in the morning. I got out, I had my sandwich in my hand. I was in as good of a mood as ever. This guy comes up the stairs. I'm like, how's it going? Like, hey, how's it going? And then just as it passes me by, he kind of like pulls me by the shoulder and he goes, oh, that wreckage you were up to last night, mate. It's not okay. It's not a fucking backpackers in, mate.
But like he was like racist. He was everything in one like short
Yeah.
sentence.
He intruded my personal space, and being a Swede, I don't appreciate that.
What does it mean with backpackers? I look very, very classy.
Same.
Now it's lucky that I wasn't there, because I would have gotten my Dennis rage. Just so fun. He left out. I was like in the house, and I just heard Lucas like, Lucas is out, out, out. It was such a good mood. And then it was just.
I made it 5 meters.
It was just crushed on the
pulled
other
me
side.
down.
Yeah, just destroyed on the other side of it. Yeah, we didn't do anything either. We were just playing music.
Yeah, quite
Like,
literally
we
just
were playing guitar.
chatting a bit.
Yeah,
like
jamming.
singing and having, you know, a blast.
We were actually living. We can't help it. He's living alone, and he has like, and he has a pet.
He has a dog which he is not allowed to have.
You know what? We should use it against him.
We should kidnap the dog.
It's on. I can play it. I can play the game. I will play the.
It's
fucking
on,
game.
old man. Mess with the wrong sick cunts. That's right. You can say sick cunts on national TV camera now.
Say weird stuff you never say usually.
I guess it's just the
Yeah.
JJ juice.
Marketing. Anyway, because he told us to just shut up, I think the only thing we possibly could do in this moment is. To our neighbors, to the old man next door, we're the refugees, Shakira, Shakira.
Never really know that you can dance like this. Make a man wanna speak Spanish. Como se llama?
Sí.
Bonita.
Sí.
Picasa.
Shakira, Shakira. Oh baby, when you talk like that, you make me wanna go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body. I'm out tonight and my hips don't lie. I'm starting to feel like attraction, the tension. Baby, this love is perfection.
Ever since I was 8 or 9, I've been standing on the shoreline. For all my life I've been waiting for something lasting. You lose your hunger and you lose your way. You get confused and then you fade away. Oh, this town kills you when you're young. Oh, this town kills you when you're
now it's time for
Film tip of the week.
I'll start. My film tip of the week is Grizzly Man by God. I'm making a thing about him. I don't even know. Herregud, där kan vi. Werner Herzog. He once held a guy at gunpoint to make him keep filming the movie. He's awesome. Anyway, it's a documentary about a guy who didn't really fit into the human society, and he went out to live with grizzly bears, and he did so until he got eaten. And it's a glorious story. He's like filming and documenting his whole trip, and Werner has put this together in a beautiful way. It's more about like human nature really than about the bears, but it is so good. The guy is super weird. I just love him. I don't know why. So watch that. And also, I've been watching a lot of like nature programs this week. You know, Planet Earth. Everyone knows Planet Earth, but you should really take a look at it again because Earth is beautiful. It's just so bad that we're all gonna die because you know what? It's too late with all the environment stuff, and we're all gonna burn.
My film tip of the week is a movie called Dancer in the Dark, directed by the acclaimed author Lars von Trier from Denmark. He is a very interesting character, Lars von Trier, and the movie was shot almost entirely according to the Dogma 95 manifesto. It's kind of about how you go about making film. Like, everything has to be handheld, there can be no sets, there can be no lighting and no exterior props. It's all very true to the scene and to the characters. What I found really cool about this movie was how the main protagonist, played by Björk, an Icelandic singer, Björk has one objective. It's to leave a good legacy to her son, and she really doesn't care about what happens to herself. So she makes a lot of bad choices that ultimately leads to her own demise, but she still wins because she manages to leave something good for her son. It's a beautiful movie and it's very sad. It shows the grittiness and the dark sides of people.
Hauntingly beautiful.
It is actually hauntingly beautiful. Dancer in the Dark, Lars von Trier. The music is really good. Björk sings. Watch it.
You sure you don't want to add anything?
Well, now that you said it.
And before we go, we have one last thing to talk about.
One last thing!
We want you
Just
to...
one more thing!
We have a game for you.
Game for you!
Yes, it's gonna be really fun. You guys can leave in the comments below or on Facebook or wherever you want to leave it, PM. You leave one genre and one theme or topic. It could be like action, and the topic could be like, I don't know, brain shrinking kids. That's so bad. Something like that. And then you write an emotion the film is gonna like be about. It's gonna be sad,
Romance.
funny, romance. And then you name one thing you want in the film, like
Plants.
a goat. So genre, topic, emotion, and
Prop.
yeah, one thing you want in it. And we will pick out the winner, the one we want to do, on next week's show. And after that, we will do a film that you guys have decided.
Dedicated to you.
Yeah, it will be a shorty because we have a lot of things going on, but a really fun game to do, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah!
So, thank you
Yeah!
all. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Episode of Jim John, and we'll see each other next time, probably next Tuesday.
Hasta próxima martes.
Bye.
Adiós.